everybody. This is Richie from the Metal Cell Podcast. I'm delighted to welcome Padraig and new bassist Cole of Organ Blender to the show. How are you, lads?
Good, Richie. How are you getting on?
And thanks a million for joining us, dude. Or dudes, I should say. We've got Howard in his familiar red satanic room.
The red room.
The red room. I thought you could have changed maybe to a different colour for tonight, considering, but I think...
Well, I only got one filter, that's it.
Oh, is that fair? One filter, lads? That's fair enough. You can't hold it against them for that. Okay, so lads, congratulations. You've a brand new album out, and it is brilliant. I really came out of left centre for me. Teemu Khan. It was released at the start of July. How long were you sitting on it, first of all? And, are you happy with the feedback so far in relation to the album?
Yeah, I think, what was it called? 2 years? 2.5 years?
About 2 years. Like that. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. We're happy with the reception so far. We're going to launch our proper marketing campaign this week.
Okay, cool.
So we're hopefully going to get a few more eyes and ears on it at that point. But we're really happy with how it came out. It sounds a lot better than our first two records. Not that that's saying much, but happy with how it turned out.
And are you both of you living in Galway, or are you or where are you, Cole? Are you in down Galway too?
Just down the road.
Ah, very good. And Barnmore, Jesus, no. Well, my buddy lives there. Many's the time I've been staggering around Arnmore.
Did it last week, man.
Spot.
Fucking great spot. Too right, man. Too right. Howard, you had a good chance to check the lads out. What do you reckon, my man?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of influences there right on the sleeve.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mr. Bungle and so on, and you got your Fear Factory, Nail Bomb kind of thing. I really dug the vocals, I have to say. It was very much up my street. There's a patent vibe to it. Some really nice growls in there too. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I guess the only criticism I would have, is some of the production could probably be opened up to a wider spectrum of sound influence in terms of the gear you use, maybe, or something like that. I felt the drums were a little bit weak on it in terms of the digital drums. But what I really enjoyed watching was your live shows, the few clips from Fibbers and so on. And it seems like a different thing. Is that something that you realise yourselves? That is it sort of two entities, a recording entity and a live entity?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of two challenges. I mean, same for everyone, but we do struggle to there's a lot of sounds going on sometimes, and we find it kind of hard to make everything kind of stand out without it all becoming a mush. But
is this for live, Padraig, is it? Yeah.
What's that?
What are you referring to there? The live show, is it with all the sounds going on?
Yeah, just it can be kind of challenging, both recorded and live in different ways, for just making it kind of sound clear. That's a fair criticism. But it's definitely
I'd love
two
to
different
record
things, yeah.
Live off the floor. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really interesting to hear, because it's, I don't know, it reminds me of Godflesh a little bit. There's some really nice bits in there. And what I really enjoyed about the live shows, there's parts of it where it feels a lot looser and it feels a lot more energetic, I guess.
A bit more raw.
Yeah, but I having said that, I mean, I've been listening to Mr. Cool all week. I fucking love it. It's just a great. It's just a great little piece.
I went off and went back to my Strapping Young Lads CDs.
That's a big influence.
Well, okay, fair enough then, because that's what I was thinking. Jesus, so I wonder the boys are into Strapping Young Lads. So I had Alien blasting there, man. It's been quite a while.
My favourite one too, Alien.
Yeah. How I came across Strapping Young Lad, just as a kind of a side piece there, was I followed Gene Hoglin from Dark Angel. And when he joined Strapping Young Lad, I went, oh, fuck, this band, wow. I haven't heard something like that in ages, man. And
he was in Death as well, I think.
He's Testament, he's everything, man. He's the atomic clock, Gene. But yeah, massive Dark Angel fan, and that's how I found Strapping Young Lad. So that's great to hear. They're a good influence. So would you follow Devin's solo stuff as well, lads? Or
yeah, big time. Maybe not everything he releases, but
fair enough.
Cole might listen to him a bit too.
Yeah. So, like, what were the chances of finding Cole in Galway? I know. Is it Jason left? Was it?
Yes, Jason Keeley. He left. I think it was 2 years ago, and
he was a founding member. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a founding member. Yeah, he's fair play to him. He was great. He just had to move on. He's cool to do his own thing, you know. But we put an ad out, and Cole responded. He's seen our live shows before, so he was already into the band.
Wow.
Yeah, we're happy.
I'd already listened to Temple like
his fingers
15 times.
So.
What you say, Cole? You what?
I said I had been listening to Temple of Human Destruction just on repeat for like weeks before they even offered to. They're looking for a bass player. I thought about it for a while. It's good organs. Going to waste. I'll do it. Hell yeah.
And 5-stringer as well.
Six strings.
6 strings.
Spanning 6 octaves, I believe. Well, for G0 to G5. Yeah.
Yeah. Double drop C.
Ridiculous.
You got a G underneath that.
You get your harmonics as well. Of course.
Fucking hell, that's mental.
On the right PA system, you can hear that G0 below the piano range. I was surprised by it. It's a happy accident.
So are you going to expand your sound to another guitarist, or are you happy at the moment the way it is?
Yep, we're gonna Cole here is gonna move to guitar, and he's basically gonna play what I play on guitar, and we're gonna we have a new bass player we're bringing in. So we just want to thicken that sound up live, because we have some complaints that the guitar sound is a bit weak compared to some other bands, because we're missing that other guitar. So I think that might be a good choice, you know.
I'm fond of the sound of a power trio, you know, something like Cream. Just three musicians just killing it on stage. I think it's a great idea. But if we can get more sound, more push, more volume,
always a good thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking in relation to the whole. You've got 3 releases out, obviously. Blender Core being the one before that, which was 2020, that EP, and then Temple of Human Destruction, as you were mentioning it, in 2018. So, Padraig, I mean, had you literally to learn drum programming and everything else that goes with it from scratch? Like, I presume, did you start as a solo project yourself?
Pretty much. The first record, I put that one together just so I could maybe get someone's attention, because I didn't know, I had no connection to the scene or.
Oh, hadn't you? No, down Galway.
No, like I was living in the States a bit before that, and I just the music scene for whatever reason.
Explains the accent, yeah.
Weird accent, yeah. But I looked at YouTube videos, same as everyone else, just kind of try to start learning. I did covers of songs on drums and stuff. And after a while, they kind of got the gist of it. So I think I can write good enough drum parts, but the production of it's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, trial and error, really, is it?
Yeah.
Initially at the start, better, yeah. Sure, they all have to start somewhere, Howard.
Yeah. Absolutely. But just wondering about the Galway scene, lads. I lived in Galway for 3 or 4 years in the early noughties, and I'm just wondering, what is the situation in Galway at the moment? Is there even a scene? Is there somebody running things up there, or is it hard to get in touch with people?
No idea who was doing it. There used to be great shows pretty regularly in the Cellar, in the 7 Bar. You see some amazing acts just from around the country. There's great metal bands. I don't know who was organizing it, but I haven't heard from much recently.
Yeah,
maybe we could do something.
Sally Long's, they had a gig or two, but apart from that, there was one in the Cellar as well a few weeks ago with a Virtue playing. But apart from that, I haven't heard of anything.
Yeah, fucking hell. I mean, sure, we all know, obviously, the main bands from Galway, 10 Ton Slug, etc. Things are going to start getting busy, I'd imagine, once they're nearly ready to fucking go. Like, I mean, how long can you sit in an album? Fuck's sake, like.
You'd be surprised, Richie.
Well, you would be surprised. There's certain bands there that just piss me off, and I just go, what the fuck? Like, how many years? How many years?
I can't wait for the G-Ren one that we spoke about 2 years ago.
There you go, man. It's just fucking, I don't know, deeply frustrating from a fan's point of view. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. And Cole, what's your story? Are you from Galway originally, or?
Oh, I did most of my schooling here in Galway. lot of friends here growing up. I've been to Canada and back since 2013. Half Canadian, half Irish. It's kind of the connection here.
Okay.
Long-time musician. I have a lot of musician friends in Galway. We've been playing together for a long time. It's good.
Yeah. And I have to ask, like, can you play trad?
Yep.
Yeah, I play a little bit of Celtic music. Yeah. I play Dowd's favorite, Kid on the Mountain, Spancel Hill.
Okay.
A few others. Yeah.
And Padraig, that was
Right.
definitely yes, yeah.
Yeah. I used to play violin and banjo. I was in the flat keyhole a few times. So that's my claim to fame.
Oh, classic, man. Fuck's sake.
Not very well now, mind you, but
Yeah. Jesus, it's one music. It just drives me fucking demented. I
couldn't do it anymore.
Can't cope with it. Let's go back to the new album. Like Blender Core had a concept, had it kind of in relation to a virus taking over some factory or something like that, kind of going roughly by the lyrics.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty simple theme, like just a computer virus takes over like a factory and
Pity it wouldn't fucking take over my one. There's plenty there I could push forward to that virus and gladly see him blended.
We're all working night shift at the time, so that's kind of where it came from. I think at a factory in Lochray there, and shithole.
Classic.
But yeah, that's the loose theme to that one. Yeah.
Okay, and the first one was more or less about just blending human contents.
How many times can we use the word blender in a song, or every song?
Love it.
That was the real concept. Yeah.
And it's a great name for a band, actually. Organ
song
Blender.
Called Organ Blender.
Yeah.
Do a record called Organ Blender.
Yeah. There you go. Organ Blender Corporation.
We do baby powder. Real.
You can definitely have fun with stuff. The album art for this one in particular, I mean, I'm a big lover of Derek Riggs, especially his work with Summer in Time for Iron Maiden. There's also a lot of dark synth album covers that allude to just, space, Final Frontier and stuff. So I was delighted to see that album cover. It's pretty unique. And how did that come about?
Basically, just found a lot off DeviantArt, and
DeviantArt, okay.
I think he was he was actually in Russia or Ukraine, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
While all this stuff was going on,
Oh really? While that was going on? Shit. Okay.
I think it was back in February or March, around that time.
Yeah, it kicked off in February. The whole fight or invasion.
That's what he said. He said he was living around there, and we just gave him our loose concept, and we said we want kind of a Blade Runner-y, kind of futuristic kind of look, but incorporate some elements from the theme.
Mm-hmm.
And, he gave us that, and I was more than surprised. I didn't expect that. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it looked great. Like,
yeah. Did you like it? I presume it came back as that piece. You didn't have to change anything.
That was the first. I don't know. It was like 2 or 3 revisions, but it was like a small thing that I wanted changed. But apart from that, it was perfect. Yeah.
Oh man! Wow! Jesus, I love that. Just here's the concept. Bang! More or less, you got it. 95% of it already. Yeah.
But even if you hate the album, you can see that cover and you're like, "Wow, that's cool!" Like,
Yeah. Would there be a market for it in amongst gamers as well, that you could actually kind of say make a target?
Probably could, yeah. We had a few comments on it actually saying, "Is this a video game or something?" So I guess there is a market there, yeah.
Yeah. Put it up on Twitch, man, and just throw it along some gaming channels. Do any of you actually game, do you?
Heavily, yes.
Okay, cool. Get to work, man. Fucking propaganda out there.
No,
it definitely gives the illusion that if you're going to be playing this, there will be some futuristic elements in it, and there will be synths and stuff. So I'm delighted it married that whole element along with the kind of obviously death metal side of it. I mean, there's two or three songs there. I mean, to start the station could be a fucking opening to Depeche Mode.
I love that song. Yeah. It's kind of an 80s
it's very schizophrenic kind of sounds coming off it. Like, that's what we wanted to do, like just have it constantly change throughout the record so people aren't bored. I mean, some people don't like that, but there's so many bands doing verse chorus all the time. Let us bring something new to the table, you know?
Yeah, we do a lot in a minute and a half.
Yes, it feels like these things happen really quickly. And it's a sort of fuck it, we have an idea, let's run with this and get it to the end.
Yeah. It's on drugs or something. That's just like a load of crazy shit coming at you. Like,
well, we're going to actually listen to drugs now, so I'm going to put it on.
Take from me, you'll find as your name from inside, while yourself collide, strength you'll cry. Always your way, crush their praise to shame, soon their hearts will fade. Open, swollen, life infection, alter section, cyborg, try for insect, life for oscillated, content, subtract, life for.
I better give a shout out as well to Jay Grims on drums before we forget the man. How important to see to the whole concept and songwriting of Organ Blender.
Sorry, I missed the first bit of that.
How important is Jay to the whole songwriting and orchestration of Organ Blender?
Oh, sorry.
You came up with Kane. That's a good one.
A lot of it will we'll just be throwing ideas that we made on a computer or, just riffing around. But we try to get into the jam room with Jay as much as possible. And for every record, there'll be something that we'll just stumble across, or he'll come up with a certain drum beat. Such as, the song General Hate. I don't know if you know
it's a great song, yeah. That's off the EP.
The intro to that, the drum beat to that, that's Jay's part. He made that.
Okay, class.
And the song King off the new record, he the diddle the samba part in that, he wrote that as well. So he definitely does have even if he just contributes one or two things, it always leads to a cool song. So
I have a cartoon of him as well.
Really?
Eyes bulging out, big neck on him. It's awesome.
So you sent it off then to Francesco Petrelli of Unfaded Illusion in Italy, is it? For mastering.
Correct, yeah.
How did you find this dude? Through the band?
I was just looking off Fiverr, to be honest with you, and I found him. We used Dave Young, the guitar player from the Devin Townsend project. He mastered the last two.
Right.
But we just wanted someone different just to try it out this time. And,
okay.
We were happy with what Francesco did, so might be using them again.
Yeah, I mean, how do you find somebody like that? I mean, you could literally go down rabbit holes there for guys to master. Tell us about that search.
Yeah, well, when I'm trying to get anything done, I try to just send as many emails as possible to lots of different people, and just by law of averages, I think I'll find someone who will respond.
Okay. And what song did you use to send off? Did you send off 2 or 3 or what?
Just, you mean?
For just like, did you send them 3 or 4 songs maybe to work with, or what did you do in relation to?
Oh, with Francesco?
Yeah.
I sent him 1 or 2 just to give him a gist of it. And
what songs were they, Padraig?
I think it was, in terms of like another band songs to be similar in mastering, or?
No, in relation to the 2 new, did you send them 2 songs off the new album, we'll say?
Yeah, well, I gave him the full album to master.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were just sending some test samples to various people.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you.
You had quite good reviews, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, right.
Maybe drugs or whatever the craziest song is. I'll send that. And if he can do, if he's happy with that, he can probably do the rest. So.
Okay, yeah, the drugs would be actually a good one to figure out. And like, have you struck up much friendships then amongst the Irish metal scene in relation to bands? I know you've played with a few already, so maybe give a shout out to particular bands.
Spencer and Aaron from Unmaker, very cool dudes. All the lads from Fornoth.
Yeah,
all bros. Be good mates with the guys from Fornoth.
Yeah, you've gigged with them actually, haven't you? Did you headline both your own shows or something?
They played our headline show, then we played their one a few weeks ago, and we also opened for Unmaker. We're good mates with them as well. They're, I don't know if you've seen them live. Brilliant band. No,
I haven't seen them live. We reviewed their last single. What was that? War? Is it At War or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Great song altogether. Yeah. And of course, Fornoth are flying the flag for Ireland in Bloodstock, which is great.
Yep, very happy for them that they got that. They're an amazing band.
Yeah, I saw them a good few years back. They've changed radically, I think, from when I saw them. I didn't know what to make out of them at the time. I thought they were kind of Viking metal or something like that, and kind of. They played Cork. It might have been. It was definitely. I think it might have been for following the Signs album launch or down in Cork.
Very possible. There'd be a scene now that I'd be pretty much out of touch with, you know.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe then how in the space of 2-3 years they've changed and fucking are really, really good now, man. You know.
It's like a force when you go to see them live. You just, that twin guitar attack just hits you like.
Yeah, so a big shout out to the lads. You did the Metal to the Masses, didn't you?
We did.
And how did you find that whole experience?
Good. We got to the final the first time. That was like 2019 or something. But this time we only got to like, what was it called? The semi-final or something?
Yeah, thanks to Mikey. He voted for us.
Yeah, thanks to Mikey for voting for us. Yeah.
Pushed us over the line.
That was Mikey from, he's the promoter, God.
Pain in Vain
Promotions.
Pain in Vain, yeah. Big shout out to Mikey. I met him at the Siege, actually. Did you go to the Siege?
I've never been. I'd love to go though.
Oh man, you gotta get on that, you know.
I want to see them. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
You've been Padraig, have you?
Yeah, we played there in 2020, I think. In October.
Okay.
Nice. Not in the small stage, you know, the one when you're walking in the door.
Casbah, yeah. I was thinking, Jesus, like, they'd be perfect for the Siege, Howard, wouldn't they? Organ Blender.
Yeah, I mean, just fucking
with
space
the new album
for everybody at some point. I think the difficulty that you probably find going forward at the moment is there's such a backlog of bands after the pandemic queuing up for gigs to be on the bill that it's a little bit more difficult now. But it's certainly a place to go to talk to people and chat to other musicians and chat to promoters. Pretty much, you know, most people will be there, and it's a great place to meet people in person and have a chat, you know.
Definitely.
Yep.
Oh, for networking, it's second to none, really.
We always shoot a message every year.
It's hard to kind of frame it in that terms, isn't it? Networking, you know, it really is. It's just, I guess it's people who do the same thing come together once a year to have fun and watch other bands. And
very cool.
You know, it's one of those gigs that you don't mind not playing because you get to relax and enjoy everything about it. And there's so much to enjoy about that thing. I just wondered with you guys, where do you see yourselves going with Organ Blender in terms of, I know we spoke at the top of the show about online and playing live. But where do you see yourselves going forward? Is it in an online space, or is this something that's going to develop as a live band going forward?
Yeah,
we
want to develop our YouTube channel a lot more. We want to do this thing. We want to start releasing a video, like a proper weird or music video every month. But like, let's bring something new to the table. Like, apply the experimentation we've been applying to audio, but do that with video as well. I think that might be a good idea. Get some more traction via YouTube, social media.
Some lighting, some coordinated lighting. I think would be cool. We'd
Coordinated
emulate the
lighting
album
for the live
cover
show.
somehow. There were certain songs.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly have so much fun, first of all, with this whole band, and I like the way that you are changing every release, which is good, but I think you need to kind of maybe do a nice tour with maybe 2 or 3 bands around Ireland for people to experience the full live thing. First of all, it'd be great, man. So
definitely.
We're
working on getting a few shows put together for around the country as soon as we can book them.
Yeah, as Howard said as well. That's fucking backlogged as well, and I think we were saying on another show that, like, unfortunately it's nearly reached saturation point already with attendances to gigs are starting to fall off drastically again.
Stacked lineups and fucking running out of steam, I think.
We just need to get to work, get back to the rehearsal room, and bring something worth getting excited about. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the next probably step forward for you with this brilliant album, I mean, it's only just out, so you'll probably be releasing another single and the video to go with that.
You should hear the stuff Padraig sent me the other day. Unreal, man.
What's this new stuff again?
I wish I could play it for you. It's just riffing. It's just this tornado of riffing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're working on 3 new songs. We're releasing an EP with Aborted Earth and a split EP in a few months, I think.
Oh, class!
So we'll
great
have
band.
3
Yeah.
or 4 tracks for you there.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to play another track off. Is this a potential single, Howard, Mr. Cool?
My favorite. Fucking love it. For me, if I could have that fucking 10 times in a row, I'd be happy out.
Okay.
Play it. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It minds the meaning.
mean, that could easily slot into a load of fucking movies, of some of my favorite science fiction movies, you know.
And a single, right?
Yeah, it would be, yeah, absolutely. What's your live setup, lads? Like, is there much gear to be? I love the talcum powder, Cole, yeah.
Thanks, bro. It's getting worse.
Yeah, we basically just run an Axe FX 3, and me and Cole's bass go through that into power amps through cabs.
Okay.
And, I monitor my vocals through the Axe FX as well, using one of the inputs and outputs. So it's kind of handy that way. You just have a box with all the routing already done for you. So apart from that, the drums and a laptop, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, we're thinking of getting a big, powerful power amp with a toroidal transformer in it. Knockout. We'll do the two guitars, it'll power 2 speakers. It's got like 2,000 watts or something. Crazy. It's going to make the Axe FX sound powerful.
Oh yeah.
It's like talking to 2 mad scientists just fucking.
I was hoping you'd be able to kind of grasp what they're saying there, because I mean,
I'm grasping it, but it's such instinctively it feels like the wrong move for me in terms of achieving that sonic fucking kick in the face live.
We tune down low, so you need a lot of power to hear and feel. So you need a good PA system, and if we want a nice on-stage like cab sound without using the modeling, the impulse responses, we need a lot of energy, basically.
Yeah,
it's not even that expensive. It's cheaper than a high-end amplifier.
Yeah, it's definitely cheaper. But for the tuned down stuff, I mean, the both bands I play in were tuned to G sharp, and we use tube amps.
Yes,
and it's fucking great.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We just gone a different avenue. Basically, we're kind of stuck. We're just gotta go with this direction.
We tune to double drop C, which is ridiculous tuning. Like it's like 8 steps below what my sugar tuned to. Like.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Like if you like your regular band will have like a drop C or maybe drop B or something. This is like 8 notes below that. Like, and we're using like a bass string on the guitar that barely is hanging on, but just spend so long just getting it perfect, and it is actually audible now. You can hear what's going on.
You heard the string. You hear everything.
8-string tuning.
I mean, there's a couple of bands we're checking out in that spectrum. The likes of the Stat, they're just I think they're from Belgium or something like that. They do a lot of pop-oriented sort of guitar music, and some of their tunings is just ridiculously low. But it's interesting to see how they handle that and how they produce it live and so on.
What are they called? The Stat?
The Stat. So it's DESTAAT.
Okay, I'll check them out.
We're checking out. There's a lot of stuff in there that would sonically be something that you might take on board, you know.
And you said they're a Swedish band? Or?
I think they're either Dutch or Belgian or in that fucking circle there.
There's usually a lot of good bands coming from there anyways.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And Cole, what music do you listen to?
Excuse me. I listen to a lot of music. I like jazz and classical music, and my bread and butter is heavy metal. Always has been.
Okay.
I like playing guitar. I listen to the music I'm playing, which is a lot of currently it's a lot of Mozart, Chopin, Tchaikovsky, Bach. I like Bach, and organ blender, of course. So, a big Frank Zappa fan and Led Zeppelin, but I haven't listened to it in a long time.
Yeah. And any new music that's coming out that's grabbing your attention?
Probably, but it's just constant attention grabbing all the time.
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
Memory for it.
This is the thing with a lot of fans at the moment, is just trying to grasp their attention, that you can get them roped in for like that minute and a half, and you might have a new fan all of a sudden. So how do you think you're going to tackle that side of things for Organ Blender?
Well, we're
to
real
grow your audience as such.
Heavy metal. It's real.
Are you getting much attention across the sea, lads? Can you track that maybe?
Yeah, we try to run promotions like in the US or, Scandinavia, Greater Europe, Australia, anywhere where there's some sort of big enough scene. So we try to equally promote there as we do in Ireland or in England, But we're gonna try to expand a bit more, like even with our music. Like we're called organ blenders, so we can pretty much do anything we want as long as it's heavy each album.
Yeah.
So it could be completely different the next album. It could be more straightforward metal, or it could be even further into the grey, like, you know. But
yeah,
you could use an organ, like a church organ.
Putting stuff out.
There you go.
We'll eventually get more people.
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's a big challenge for new bands as well, Howard, to try and get a bit of traction in amongst the kind of the new digital.
It's a difficult thing for older bands or bands that have been on the go for quite some time to achieve, never mind starting out, particularly the way the fucking paradigm has shifted in the last 10 years in terms of how you present yourself to people. I mean, social media is relatively new. Back when I was your guys' age, I was in Galway, you know, and going to college and so on, and playing in a few bands, and it was a case of you had to go meet people, you had to jam, you had to figure out who to talk to have a gig, maybe get a phone number. Texting wasn't a thing for another couple of years, you know. So it's interesting because bands like myself, or people like myself, a lot of this stuff flies fucking past me. And I know when you're talking about Fiverr and so on, I know what that is. And Jesus, I can only imagine the time I would spend on that if I was coming across that in college and so on. Yeah, but it is difficult, Richie. But that never stops. It's never not difficult, and that's part of the crack of doing it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
doesn't make it any less special. I'd be really happy to find Organ Blender, and indeed I was.
Yeah, so Padraig, that's the challenge, man. Are you the one that's putting the stuff out there, social media wise? Yeah.
I try to do my best. Like, I know the album's been released, but our proper promotion for this album will be occurring tomorrow all the way till the next 2 weeks. There'll be a heavy promotion going down. We're working on 2 new videos. They should be out by September, hopefully.
Okay.
One of them will be released soon. And going forward from that point, we're going to try to release videos each month and expand a bit more on the YouTube side of things and Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, potential record labels would definitely be looking for serious output from ye, and I mean, content as well.
What I want to see is a VHS. That's what I want to fucking see.
You and your fucking so VHS. Any chance he gets, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
For a fucking VHS.
Oh yeah, that's what we need.
A cheesy horror film filmed on VHS with organ blender in there, man. There you go.
A slasher.
A slasher. It would be ideal.
It's got that horrible screwed up VHS look.
Yeah, and there's enough mad bastards down Galway as well to slot in there for extras.
Oh yeah.
In the gore fest. Yeah. It's got potential, man. It's definitely got potential.
Absolutely.
So that's it, lads. I mean, again, as much as I can, I'll do my best to help promote you and get you out there.
Thank you very much.
You know, the album Teemu Khan. Where did you get the title for it before we?
Just I thought it sounded cool, so. Anything really.
Vaguely, some Pacific Island angry deity.
Yeah, volcano, it's like a Genghis Khan. And I guess that was in my head, and then for whatever reason, just Teemu.
Guys, I'm delighted to have discovered you. You remind me of a fucking tranquilized Magdalene or something. But I can sense the fucking eyes behind it all, and you're just thinking away what you're doing, and fucking the music is going to be really interesting. I've no doubt.
The vocals are great, aren't they?
They are fucking great.
Interesting, new kind of sound in the genre, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change much other than expanding your sonic production, yes. And you seem to be on that path in a very definite direction. I'm looking forward to hearing it. I can't just play Mr. Cool over and over again. I'd be fucking happy. That's all you need.
So Padraig and Cole of, what can I say, Organ Blender, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you're knocking it out of the park at the moment. And best of luck for an important month or 2 for ye, and hopefully you'll expand your audience. And we'd love to see you live at some stage in the next few months if possible.
Yeah. Sound good to groove.
Thanks very much, Richie. Thanks very much, Howard.
Brilliant. Cheers, lads.
Thank you guys.
Good meeting you.
And crucially, support your local metal scene.